Between these iconic hedges, the field where some of college football's greats have called home. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, where these fans are ready to turn the dogs loose. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Fair catch called for and made. So the Vanderbilt Commodores offense takes the field to start this game off. And as we look out on the field, here comes the man who makes it all go, and that's this quarterback.
Yeah, and he's big time. That's why he's up for all these awards. He's known. Everybody knows exactly what he brings to the table. He can run it. He can throw it. They're expecting a big day from this young fella.
You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. The run from the shotgun. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they...
Afterburners coming. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Red pass is complete. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Here's the handoff. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a real... They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14.
And these RPOs always put the defense in mind. But listen, you give up the run, you get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Sweet feet on the move. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense. We got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Commodores.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. The Dogs have 10.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in and week out, working on those critical downing distances. 3rd downs. Having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
Really nice job by the quarterback, dropping back, understanding. He knew his wide receiver was going to drag across the middle of the field. Good timing, waiting for him to come open, hitting him with the strike.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Snags it over the middle. Oh, he gave him the limp leg. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. The Bulldogs want to pick up the tempo. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having a little success on 1st and 2nd down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
He's going to take off. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, he scrambles, gets a 1st down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They'll try the run. Plows through the defense. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got...
Picked off. Just a small return, but a big play. Down to 45.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Give to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. At the 35, he's open. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
He can throw it, he can buy time, he can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this.
Touchdown, Dogs! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The running back has it. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Quarterback checking the play. Dropping back, it's Huffman. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. From the gun, the running back has it. Breaks the tackle. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And after the interception return, he gets it down to the...
Georgia. And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
On the ground with the counter. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. It's good.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Back to throw, it's Huffman. He finds his man, and the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Complete. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And the incomplete pass lets... Get the ball back for its own in great field position. Offense getting set for first down. Looking to move it through the air. Gets it out quickly.
Well, the drag route's put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
It's complete to the left. Gets away from one. He's got space. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Moving away from pressure. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. It's good.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Wants to throw. It's Huffman. Got his man quickly. They get him down after he makes the catch.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on third. And he holds it in at the 25. Touchdown, Vandy. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Throws to the back. Makes the catch. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Now on first down from the 28. He's looking to throw it. The sweet feet buy a little time. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down. Get some positive yards.
Got it in the middle. It's Boone. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man all by himself. And he found all kinds of room and got him down to the 28.
And on the defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He makes a grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Just enough time to get off one more snap. From the gun, he'll try to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. They'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Athens to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Dooley Field inside Sanford Stadium.
And the Commodores will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
They've got him spread out on 2nd and 7, 2 wide out to either side. He's looking to throw. Got him downfield. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Georgia going up tempo. The Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic throwing the football down the field.
Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll run it from the gun. Dances away from one. Smashes through the tackle. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage.
All right, defense, nice job early in the game, playing well with your backs against the wall. The job's not over yet, though. This is an offense that has shown that they can go for it on 4th down, especially during these situations.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Good, right down the boulevard. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia Southern has the lead right now. Feels like it's been that way since Freedom took flight in the pregame, but this has been a good one inside Paulson Stadium. They're up by a field goal over James Madison. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple of carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, running back on the move. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Tackled immediately after the catch. Wide receivers everywhere on 2nd and 6. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking for a man. It's Huffman. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Turns it on in midfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
These guys aren't human either. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
To the air on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Quarterback adapted. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The give on the inside. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Back to throw, it's Huffman. It's complete! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Vanderbilt!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He barges his way into the end zone for the two, and we are locked up here in the fourth. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on him, and in turn you see he breaks tackles and makes big plays.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quick pass on the jet motion. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is most dangerous.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
You know, you kind of get stuck in no man's land once you get across that 50-yard line where it might be a long field goal, which isn't really, really high percentage, or do I go for it on fourth down? I like to go for it, personally. I like the aggressiveness. They go for it, and they get the big first down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
When the offense gets him. Tight end looks. You kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. They'll put the tight end in motion. He'll do it himself. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
One of the things I love about this QB as a runner is not just his athleticism, but how tough he is. He can run in between the tackles in the middle of the field. Tackles, linebackers are trying to bring him down. He just keeps his feet driving. That is impressive.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Georgia Southern is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 17 over James Madison. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Whew, boy, this freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he sing that thing in there? Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Huffman. Flips it out to the back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on 2nd and short after the first down completion. Direct snap. Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Now he's going to break the pocket. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
2nd and 10 after the previous play. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Looking for room at the 30. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
Huge moment coming here as they try to punch it in and quiet this crazy, raucous crowd. And they're able to get him down, but not before he gets to the 2.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running back searching for a hole. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. So close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short, I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy you know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the 4th, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. They'll try it on the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown doors.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the 4th. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, trying to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Complete to the right. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Give to the running back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Georgia sends out the punt team. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these 2 teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Paul. We're like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, alternating 2-point plays back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
First play of the first possession of OT. Snap it to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Job by the defense.
Looking downfield, it's Huffman. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. They'll try to run for it. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain.
Now, when I'm in OT and I start to get in this territory, I I gotta be thinking touchdown. Like, what are my plays that I can go to now? I ran the football. I showed a little bit of conservativeness. Now I got to take advantage of a shot out wide. What's my best go-to play in this situation?
Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. Little touch pass to the receiver. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming.
Touchdown, Commodores! And they're on top here in overtime. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Georgia, 29.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. They'll start this drive with a pass. Skips away from pressure. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate. And you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Third down, and they need a touchdown to stay in the game. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Got his man downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in 3rd and short because the whole playbook is open, and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice.
Touchdown, Georgia! They've got...
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
1 extra period didn't get it done, and we start the 2nd OT. Going up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. So they'll send out the field goal team to try to take the lead here in overtime. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. On the move. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
On the play. Brings up second down.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback will audible. Back to throw. It's Huffman. Steps away. It's complete to the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. A game winner! What a finish in double overtime!
This guy is so slippery, so elusive. He just vaporizes right in front of the defense.
It's crazy. You can play touch football in an elevator and lose to this guy. He's that kind of quick.
What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays in big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.